So happy birthday to you, is all I'm saying. Your next act, also a very funny guy. Please welcome to the stage, Charlie Currie. Here he is.
The problem with doing stand-up comedy is actually interacting with the real world once in a while. On the way down here, I heard on the radio, 95-year-old man beat up his 87-year-old wife. In Miami, he'd been married 63 years. Actually beat her to death. You gotta ask yourself, where are the parents in all this? Need the Heimlichser? So in Ontario now there's a Too Drunk to Drive program where they actually not only charge you now, but they actually give you a school course on why you shouldn't drink and drive. So I came up with this little piece of wisdom. Whenever I'm too drunk to drive home, I drive somewhere else. And at Christmas, I got a book for Christmas called The Latte Factor. Maybe you've read it. It's changed the way I live my life now. What it basically says is if you can eliminate the simple things in your life, like the lattes and the coffees, and set aside that money for after 10 years, it's a significant amount of money. So right now I'm trying to save up for a latte. Cut that out. See how that goes. Heard on the radio, the Guinness people, they announced that the largest recorded human penis ever is 13 inches. A little disconcerting. If I'm not human, what the fuck am I? Can't be good. While we're on the subject, everybody has a sex tape these days. Paris Hilton, Pamela Anderson, and recently Britney and Kevin Federline, 4-hour sex tape. If I was to have a 4-hour sex tape, I'd have to include the entire body of work. Director's comments, commercials, me reading instruction manuals, interviews with disappointed women, lots of credits, people yelling out, no apparent reason, at your expense. So in the United States, for the 100th consecutive year, they announced, the Department of Agriculture said, for the 100th consecutive year, pigs actually killed more people last year than sharks did. Exactly what? For 100 consecutive years. You know, call me stupid, I didn't even know pigs could swim. Who knew? I've never seen a pig on the beach. I read in the newspaper that men who have been circumcised have a 65% reduced risk of contracting HIV. And the theory goes that if you lop it off completely, the risk goes down even further. So how many people, just see how you people grew up, was it the same way as me? Did you live in a household where the rule was, while you live under my roof, you follow my rules?
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody else take the roof off their parents' house? Doesn't really take that long. So I see a commercial for bacon strips. You familiar with that, the pet food product? The announcer says your dog won't know it's not bacon. My dog doesn't know cabbage isn't bacon. Strange. Any U of T students here? Alumni? Anybody ever seen Wheel of Fortune? I'm living proof they should close that school down anyway. business degrees at U of T, they might as well give me a bowling trophy. So I'm a vegetarian, folks. I went into a restaurant last week, ordered a plate of parsley. It said garnish that shit delicious. So they did. They put a big pig in the corner of my plate. That's cute. But when I called in, I asked the girl for reservations for 2, and she said, "Can you spell your name?" Yes. Didn't know spelling would be the criteria. It's a problem putting in a non-spelling section, goddammit. Here's something weird. I had to get a birthday card, so I went into a Walmart, and the first 13 years go by a single year, so 1, 2, 3 up to 13, then I went to 16, then I went to 18, then 21, then 30, then 40, got a little thin around 50. But way over to the right-hand side, true story, birthday card for a 105-year-old person, sitting by itself. So I had to read it. It said, "Happy 105th birthday, exclamation mark. Hope you live to 110, exclamation mark." Not too warm and fuzzy, really. Hope you're dead in 5 years. Happy 8th birthday, Jimmy. Hope you live till you're 13. Love, Mum. What kind of bullshit's that? So we had a Russian spy, apparently lived here for 10 years, just got deported. And they deported him because he was after our national secrets. I know you didn't think we had many, but I know people who know people. And I'm not saying we had all 12 ingredients of the KFC recipe, but we were close. We'll get there. But I can tell you, cumin's not involved. So I show on cholesterol, PBS. The announcer came out at the beginning of the show and said 1 out of 3 people watching the show will die of heart disease. Turn the channel. No show's worth that kind of risk, folks. I do my own shopping. I went into the meat department. I saw boneless, skinless chickens. I figured they're better off dead. What kind of life could you lead boneless and skinless? Bunch of cold, wobbly chickens. Anybody see the new Paris Hilton perfume? Maybe a Valentine's Day? No? Skank. So I see the bran flakes box now says 2 scoops of raisins in every box. Raisin bran. Is that even possible? The way they package the cereal pretty fast, I can't imagine somebody at the end is putting in 2 scoops of raisins in every box. But if they were, why wouldn't they just get a bigger scoop? One scoop in every box. The box says, now the raisins are bigger and juicier. No, they're not. They'd be grapes. That's why they're raisins. They're shriveled up and dry. Is this just me? On the Oprah show, the title of the show is People Who Believe They're Too Ugly to Leave the House. Wrong title. It should be called People Who Are Dead Fucking Right. I didn't name the show. All my life, people have come up to me and said stupid things. They'll say, eat this, it'll put hair in your chest, or eat that, it'll put hair in your chest. I'm just looking for the food I've been eating that's putting hair on my back. For a long time I thought it was sweet potatoes. I actually experimented on an ex-girlfriend. Turns out I just grew hair in her ass. I didn't say I didn't like it. Relax. But I left her about 10 years ago, needless to say. And I met her recently, and at the time I broke up with her, she was 107 pounds. Today, she's ballooned up to 110 pounds. Got into Nutrisystems. Apparently there's a sale on there, $1 a pound for every pound you lose. I took them in $110, asked them to lose her completely. I'll leave you with one final thought. My time's up. Craft dinner people are pissing me off. I've been buying craft dinner for a lot of years. Every time I open the box, it's always the same price. A bag of cheese. Thank you very much.
That's Charlie Currie right there. It's Charlie Currie.